gentlemen, welcome back to Thinking Out Loud. Here with two very beautiful people. Introduce yourselves.
Mel Mongoose. I'm Imil Britt. Johnstown, PA. You already know what's up.
What's good? What's good?
It's your boy Levy Mouse. I go by the name of Lev.
Absolutely. Amil, introduce yourself, your age, your sport and position, school you go to, and who you wake up and do it every day for. We're going to start like that.
Age, 22 years old. Just turned 22 in September.
That was a big dub, too, right there.
Yeah.
Big dubs, man.
That was Jalisco.
And them 22 years is coming up, man. So it's about to be big 2022. And it's going to be a great one.
Yeah, great year.
Who I do it for, man, I do it for my family. It's the ones that I surround myself with every single day. And it feels good to wake up and see their face and see their smiles. And it motivates me to keep going hard every single day.
Talk your talk. Talk your talk.
It feels good. It feels good for the people that supported me my entire life. You feel me? And myself, the hard work that I had to put in to get in this position right now. So
Absolutely.
That's what motivates me, man.
We honestly going to dive right into it. You was mentioning your family. If y'all don't know, Amil's family is big on basketball. Tell them about Stop Crying at Work.
So we got a family business, whatever it is.
Go like this real quick.
Yeah, I was about to say, show the shirt. Pop
We're
the
gonna
shirt
zoom
on
in.
the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to have to zoom in
Stop
on
crying
that.
at work. Get it
Crying at
done.
work, man. Stop crying at work. We got merch and stuff too, man. So you can
Get your merch.
Yeah, get your
Yeah,
merch.
get your merch
Search
from
it up.
everybody.
StopCryingAtWork.com,
Collab Company,
man.
everything.
Get it all, man. You can get masks, hats, all of it. But we started off as a family business. This is my dad's creation for us, for me and my younger brother, Izzy. We now own the business, so we just work out kids. It's mostly about growing and teaching them on and off the basketball court, life lessons, getting better. That's all it is.
Yeah, we were talking about
Improving.
in our other podcast how important it is to be good at life and as an athlete. It goes hand in hand.
Absolutely.
You're good on the court, you're going to be good off the court.
Facts.
That's just how it goes.
What all has your dad instilled in you from Stop Crying at Work that you guys are trying to instill into other people now that it's your business?
That's a good question.
Definitely the lessons that's learned, like of coaching, and like the importance of that role model that you can have or be for that younger person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just the things that he taught us as we was growing up, the hard work, the discipline, knowing that you got to stay focused and stuff like that. That's what we want to instill in to the younger guys or the younger ladies that's working out or wants to be hoopers or even not hooper. You can be
Yeah,
a
whatever you
football
want to
player,
be, just
whatever you want to
motivation.
be, man. Whatever it is. Same thing for my man Zay Brick. If he wanted to elevate in podcasts or whatever it is, we gonna make sure that we collab with him and make that elevation.
Absolutely.
That's what it is. So
Absolutely.
those relationships, that's important. That's the most important thing for us.
Your dad being a great dude, great father. I know growing up in your household was an all-work household.
It was, man. It was.
Good time for play, but I know he kept everybody motivated and pushed everybody forward. Do you ever feel like do you feel like you can work too hard?
Sometimes, yes, but then again, no, because I know my limits now. When I was younger, there was actually times when he would run me to hell sometimes. You know what I mean? It would be times when I would run up hills up and down, but I still was figuring out that I really wasn't getting tired. It was all my mental.
Yeah.
So I can go how hard and how long I really want. You just got to know your limit. That's for anybody. I play 40 minutes a game on the court, but it's all mental for me to play and get tired or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's in your head. That's a great way to think.
That's all it
It's a
is.
It's all in your head, man. But like you also have the fact that you said you know your limits now. I think that was pretty interesting because I'm curious. Like, do you know your limits now, or have you been able to push yourself and explore
To the point where you
new
have
limits?
no limit.
Exactly.
Yeah. Limitless.
What is a limit?
Yeah, that's good.
Exactly. That's it right there. There is really no limit for me if I can keep going. If I can know if I can keep going and my body's fine, like there is no limit for me. I know that there's a part of my body that feel the type of way. You feel me? Like that might be getting a little old or torn down because of me playing multiple sports when I was younger in high school and stuff like that. But now that I'm playing one sport, it feels a lot better on my body.
What all
Now I
sports
know
did
I
you
have
play in
no
high
limit.
school?
I
For the
played
people to know.
football. I ran track, basketball. I
Did
played
it all.
baseball.
I didn't even know you did baseball.
I
You
did
did
it
it
all.
all.
I was
An
a
athlete.
multi-sport,
You know that one dude
man.
who just do everything and he good at everything, and it's like, why are you good at everything?
That's definitely
Imil
it.
Britt, yeah. he decided to choose basketball.
Yeah, but in high school, I mean, I had a lot more football scholarships, stuff like that. I could have wanted to go play football for college and stuff, but my heart was more in basketball, so that's why I went with my
Definitely.
heart.
You got to go with your heart first. And speaking of his high school career, I already told him I was going to tell this story. I got to tell this story. Now, whenever Imil came up, he went to McCourt at first. He didn't always go to Johnstown. He went to Bishop McCourt. Now, Bishop McCourt and Johnstown, two of the big rival high schools. No matter what sport it is, everybody in the town is going to be there, and it's going to be beef, okay?
Probably the fact that they're like 2 minutes from each other.
Yeah, and they're right up the block. So it's literally like neighborhood beef. It's like, y'all up the road. We don't like y'all up the road. You feel me?
Sure.
That's how it was. And we had love for Imil because we knew Imil. He's from Johnstown, but he went to McCourt. So when he stepped on the court, then the hate came out. We had to, you feel me?
Had to.
And us being cool with him, we had to give him a little bit more. You feel me? Of a,
Word.
So
that's the motivation, though. I ain't gonna lie, y'all
and
probably
honestly,
messed up
we
on
shouldn't.
that one.
And that's where look and listen to the story. So boom, we're talking trash to him the whole game. Halftime hits. I think it's tied up. We talking trash. He coming up the court. There's like 1.2 seconds left. Throws it up half court. Goes in. Shuts everybody. The entire building.
Gamed it like that?
No, it was halftime. It was halftime. It wasn't even, but at halftime, we're all I'm woo. Quiet. He's yelling at us. We could all hear him. We're like, oh man, he has to do that to us. And then he doubled back and won the game.
Damn.
So
that's what's up.
You feel me? He did his thing, and to this day, every time I think about him playing high school sports, I cannot forget the sound of the room whenever it just shut off.
There's no better feeling in sports.
Right.
There's no better feeling in sports.
I know in his body, I know you felt mad powerful in that moment. Then you got all your friends, they talking crazy, we heckling you. You like, shut up. Yeah. Wait till I see y'all after this game.
And I see it's like family from across from me, but they also graduated from Johnstown. But I'm pointing at them like, yeah, stop talking to me. Nah, but I remember my first time playing against Johnstown. Like my first time, I actually like transferred over to McCourt, and I was playing against Johnstown, stuff like that. That was probably my best high school game. The first time I played against Johnstown, and it was just a tournament game, but it really felt good. Like it didn't feel good to play against my old homies or friends like that, but it just felt good to know that that's somewhere I came from, and I'm like doing better.
Yeah, and you still welcome. You know what I mean? It wasn't like nobody seen you as a traitor.
Right.
It's just the fact that we had that love for you. That friendly competition digs deep whenever you're on the other side of the court. And I know that low key probably increased your like, how do I say it, like.
It probably just zoned you in,
it just
bro.
sharpened him. You know what I mean? Like he got his people yelling at him, so it's a different. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you still stayed.
It's like, oh, y'all yelling at me?
Still won the game. He ended up winning that game. Shut us all up. We all went home pissed except for him.
It's still really fun. It was fun though. I can tell you that. I ain't gonna lie to you. I probably hung out with them guys that I played that night.
And they were probably all sick.
Yeah.
All sick. I was sick on the way home. I'm not gonna lie. I was sick.
Them are still my guys though, man. They knew what was up. Like the competition, that competition right there is what made me better right there. Like and them as well. Yeah. So you can never go wrong with those situations. You know what I mean?
Great dude. What's your favorite and least favorite part about being a college athlete? Some of the obstacles you might have, some of the good moments, you know what I mean? You look back and you're like, this is cool.
Probably the good moments I say is hanging with my teammates. Definitely, spending time
is important
because those are the guys that you really surround yourself with. You know what I mean? They all got the same mental. They all got the same goals. You know what I mean? Kinda, but just hanging around with them and spending time with them, that's
makes
the most
the team
important
better
thing.
too.
Yeah,
it builds team chemistry on the court, off the court, and that's good because you gotta have a team to win games when it comes to basketball.
It's a little tough. It gets a little tough when you know you got school on your hands and we not doing well in the game, or you know what I mean, like stuff like that could possibly kill like a vibe. You know what I mean?
So would you say like sometimes sports interferes with your like college experience? Like
absolutely.
If you're having bad days in basketball, you're having bad days in class. It's just overall.
Sometimes it works like that. Sometimes you got your off and on days, but school is really your top priority when you're in school. You know what I mean? Like basketball is what you love. That's something that you have fun with, like after school and stuff like that. But the school is what weighs on you the most. You know what I mean? You have to discipline yourself and find that time and separate your time with fun and seriousness. You know what I mean? That's
absolutely. Time management in college is the most important thing. If you got that, then you can get everything else done. And I know I used to go to the mountain myself, so I knew a couple of basketball players. And I know their schedule is out of line. Sometimes the coach had them wake up at 8, work out, practice at 12.
Right.
You got class in between that, work out again at 4, work out again at 8. Like, doing it. So
constant.
it's good to stay focused.
Absolutely.
Do you ever have time for any hobbies outside of basketball? Do you have are you all work? Do you mainly work out? And I see you work out a lot, honestly.
Yeah, I work out a lot, but I also find my time to just clear my head, clear my mind. You know what I mean? If I ain't find time to clear my mind, then I don't know where I would be right now, honestly. So
absolutely.
What are some of the things you do to clear your mind?
Well, I love to stay in the gym.
Yeah.
But
and that's good.
sometimes I just sit in my room, quiet, peace time, yoga.
You meditate at all?
I meditate a lot. I meditate.
That's good to hear.
Probably 3 times a day.
Okay.
3 times a
That's
day, I
what's up.
want to meditate.
That's what's up. Keep your mental good.
That's the
especially
most important
in the sport.
thing. Yeah. And yoga. Yoga is important too.
Yoga's incredible.
On your
I
body.
need to start doing yoga. I need to start stretching.
Yeah.
Too big. I'm gonna start locking up.
Yeah.
You need to
I'm
start
gonna
stretching.
start locking up and be one of them old heads.
Swear,
Like
I could
my
be
back.
touching my toes.
Yeah,
I'm telling
something
you,
like
I
this.
Swear, no, fuck that. Yeah, do yoga.
Stretching
Yeah.
is probably the most important thing too. Especially as you getting older and shit.
I feel like stretching and yoga is probably like one of the most important things for me personally that I can do for my mental, because like I like to meditate and I like to take time like for myself. I should probably do it a lot more often,
Yeah.
but whenever I'm like that 30-40 minutes of yoga at night, morning, whenever I can squeeze it in, like for some reason for me, it's like meditative in the fact that like I'm not thinking of anything except like getting my body right.
Yeah.
And then it's like another positive because like I'm getting my body right. And like that's probably the biggest thing for me is my body, right? Because like I need to take care of my body. Like whenever I'm not feeling good, like my whole day is off, right? So like being able to like stretch a little bit, get that mind right is good for my body.
Peace. That's pure peace. Helps you get everything else done when you got some peace in the back of your brain.
Facts.
Absolutely. Imil, what's 3 words to describe you? Not as an athlete, but as a person.
As a person, energetic, enthusiastic,
Okay.
and fun. I like to have fun. Sometimes I think people take me a little bit too seriously because I'm motivated for myself.
Yeah.
And it probably comes off a different way to people. You feel me? So like sometimes it could even come off as cocky, but it's more of confidence for me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's
thin
just me.
line, but don't get it mistaken. You got to be confident if you want to do things that he's trying to do. We're all trying to do. Maybe you're trying to do. So
Right.
confidence is important.
Right, but I like to enjoy it. I like to enjoy myself. You know what I mean? That's the main thing that's been for me for 2021 is finding out who I am, who I truly am, and loving who I am,
point.
and not worrying about what others think about me and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
How
that's the
important do
most
you feel like it
important
is to learn yourself? Because you said earlier you were talking about your limits and learning your limits. For back in the day, you used to work yourself too hard. Now you know. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
How important do you think it is to know yourself when it comes to being an athlete?
that's very important, especially for your future too. Like you can determine your future off of that. If you're feeling good, you know how long you're gonna be able to go. If you're not feeling that good, you know what you gotta do in order to feel good too. Such as like stretching. You feel me? Like but like there's some people that actually hit that point where it's like, oh no, I really just can't do this no more. Like my body just getting dead. But for me, it's just been like, nah, this is how my body always been. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always work myself to an extreme limit. So me feeling sore in a game or hurt in a game, it just don't faze me that much.
It's that Kobe mentality,
That's just
that
what
mama
I
mentality.
play. I just want to play.
Roll your ankle in a game type
Right.
mentality.
Like,
And that's good to
coach,
have.
don't take me out type.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Don't take me out.
You
I'm
tired?
gonna play.
He see you tired a little bit. It's like, don't take me out though. Like, don't take me out. I'm gonna catch my breath.
Yeah. But
Emil, what's the journey been like to be where you're at right now mentally? I feel like that's not something that
Mental
myself
is
as a
important. You got
senior,
it.
whenever I was a senior playing ball, I don't think I was there, right? I think this is something that I recently am just starting to kind of scratch the surface on. So like what's your journey been like to kind of get into where you're at mentally right now? I know you ain't wake up like this.
I definitely didn't. I had to go through 2-3 years of a tougher coach. You know what I mean? Just being coached a different way. And for those 2-3 years, like I was losing confidence. Actually, there was a time and point where I felt like I had zero confidence in my basketball game, and that's what got me here right now today.
overcoming that
figuring
obstacle,
it.
and you know what I mean. Sometimes
Seeing
you got to
that.
hit those lows and get back high and
Facts.
understand
Exactly.
how much you're built.
Right. But in high school, I didn't feel this way. Like my senior year in high school, man, I'm going into college, man. I got that confidence.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing. Like, this is who I am. But then I got there and it's like, oh, no, this is a completely different atmosphere. This is a completely different story. So I had to go through a lot of things just to get to where I am right now. And I still got a lot to go. I still got a long road to go. And there's going to be a lot of different experiences that come with it, but I just got to enjoy it.
Absolutely.
That's all I can do.
Absolutely.
Accept it and enjoy it.
Gotta
Just
soak it
move
in.
with
That's all it is,
Gotta
bro.
soak
If you
it
can't
in.
accept it, you ain't gonna be able to. You ain't gonna be able to think.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, how many times have you heard them, right? But people say that like the journey is the point, right?
Yeah.
Like this shit is like the shit that like got you here is what matters.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's good shit.
Yeah.
Good for you, bro.
I was gonna say, as a family man, going into college, you may be used to seeing a lot of family around your home, being with your family a lot. And you go to school with your brother, right? You go to
Yeah.
which that probably helps
Yeah.
a lot.
Right.
I was gonna say that change going from being a homebody and being around your family to going to college and having to spend a lot of time there. Was that a big adaptation for you?
It was a little adaptation, but the fact that we like closer to home still,
Yeah,
I was
it's
still
not that
able to
far.
go
Yeah,
to the
go
crib.
home on the
And, you know what I
weekend.
mean? Like,
45-minute
oh mom,
drive.
what's up? What you doing? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like me being away from my family didn't have an effect like too much on me, cause I knew what I had to do. It was just me.
You was motivated. You
No
knew,
matter what
you knew you
college
here
I
to
had
work.
to go to, I had to be on my type time. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So they couldn't help me like they can help me financially, because that's what they there for. Like, they was still my parents, and they still is right now, and they still do a lot of work for me, and they help me out a lot. But I know that in order for me to get out of this position and grow out of this position, I got to do a lot of things on my own.
So real quick,
Absolutely. That
look at
independent is great.
look at your last 4 years, right? Going through all the shit that you've been through the last 4 years. Having all the confidence in the world your senior year to having at one point no confidence during your career. Being able to dig yourself out of that and get back to where you are now, right? It's just been UVU, right? So the next 4 years, right? It's just UVU,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Isn't that the beautiful thing about college, though?
Your whole
Yeah.
life, honestly.
Man.
That's the only enemy you really got to face all the time.
But I feel like the only time you ever like battle or face it is when you forget that like you are your only competition.
Right.
Like, what the fuck am I sitting here
Yeah.
comparing myself to Zaytu? What the fuck am I
Right,
sitting here
yeah.
comparing myself to
Yeah.
Emil to? Like,
Right.
they ain't going through what I'm going through.
Yeah.
They ain't waking up
They don't
where
know
I'm
your
waking.
struggle. Your struggle is your struggle.
Exactly.
Everybody has their own struggle.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
That's it.
As
Now,
long
I
as
had
you know
a
your
I had a
struggle.
point in time too that I noticed that too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was a time where I was comparing myself to some other the point guards. You know what I mean? Or the positions that I was in. So I'm like, nah, I had to take a step back.
Yeah.
I had to take a step back, and that's all right. That's all right that I took that step back, because I accept it now.
You take a step back to take how many forward? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Exactly.
you got to step back to step forward.
Have
got
to.
That's
Have
it.
to.
Got to.
That's it.
Last question.
What's up?
If you could give any advice to any other athletes your age, what would you give them? Any other college athletes, things that they might not know that you know now that you didn't know coming in the door, that you can express to them.
Stay focused. Don't let anybody else's route interfere with yours. That's it. Be on your own route. Stay on your own
Absolutely.
route. Focus on
Absolutely.
yourself. Focus on how you can grow on yourself. Not anybody else around you, because they can't do
Yeah.
nothing for you.
Like we were just
Be
saying,
you.
absolutely.
Embrace your route.
Just be you.
Embrace that, John. That's it.
Emil.
You
Absolutely.
focus.
It's been great.
I
been
appreciate
real.
y'all, man.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
You already know
Thank you
my
for coming
boy.
through.
Thank you, my man.
You
Zay.
already know.
Big blessings.
Great.
Freestyle.